kind of hurtful what the wife said to the husband. Um, but I felt like it was kind of comical but hurtful at the same time.
Am I the asshole for checking out of my relationship after my wife said she wished I had a bigger dick, but we don't always get what we want?
To say such harsh words, especially to like your husband. This isn't like some boyfriend that you just started dating a couple of months ago or some dude you just met on the street. This is your husband of 8 years.
I disagree.
There exists a subgroup, the nice guy. A dying breed of chivalrous, romantic, domesticated gentlemen whose qualities are desired by the opposite sex. Allegedly. However, they are dismissed and confined in such concepts as the bestie, work husband, and the dreaded friend zone. Joe, Jason, and Manny are the last of the nice guys.
Hey, everybody.
All of a sudden, your audio just got weird.
Ooh,
There
what
it
do you mean
is.
weird?
I don't
Oh,
know.
well, yeah, I was being weird. Oh,
At least he's consistent, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm very strange. I was born this way. I can't make it up. I go to sleep like this. I wake
Can't
up like
you
this. I
can't
am
you
like
just
this.
change? Can't you be different? Can't you be normal?
No, no, because what is normal?
Exactly.
Exactly. Okay, exactly.
Exactly.
So, hello everybody. Welcome to another episode of Avoiding Number 100. Uh, I'm Manny. I'm taking over the show. I've drawn up contracts. I have put guns to people's heads, and some people have died. And that's what happens when you rumble in the Bronx. So I'm in charge now, and it is all up to me to carry the torch that is this podcast.
I don't understand why I let you do the intro ever. Why we swap back and forth. I don't understand what any of that was. And is it bad that when you said so, I was preparing for my today to come afterwards? Right, literally, I realized where I was. You because you're like so, and I was like, okay, now I'm getting to the voice to say and yes, yes,
Today,
and
yes, yes,
then I
yes.
then I and then I realized, listen, man, I have to do my own thing. Yes, another special avoiding the 100th episode special episode of Last of the Nice Guys podcast. Today's topic is all Manny, all day. And I'll promise you guys I'll do a little less of a sermon this time because even I am tired of my voice.
Am I the asshole for checking out?
So
Really? What was that?
I unlocked my phone and it
Okay, can you
started.
can we all right, can you just not say we did? Tell them the topic
So
and then say where it
um
was inspired from and then play the audio.
so today's episode is in what are we doing? We are responding to a video that Jason over there posted a while back. Um
In our group chat,
in
ladies
our
and
group
gentlemen.
chat in it's kind of hurtful what the wife said to the husband. Um but I felt like it was kind of comical but hurtful at the same time. So I'm sure Jay will come up with a topic for this because I don't really can't think of it. Hurtful words, can't always get what you want, whatever have you. Um, damn, this is a 2 minute and 42 second clip. I don't know if I want to play the whole thing, but
I don't remember the whole thing. So you if you find a natural break or we can break it up. We can talk about one half and then when we're done with talking, we play the other half.
I guess we could do that.
Look at that. Look at that. See,
Wow.
this is why I'm the producer of this podcast.
Finally, somebody's doing some work around here.
Oh,
Um,
snap.
somebody that starts with the letter J. Anyways, so we're
Well,
gonna.
compared to the other letter J, I'm a stellar participant in this podcast.
Yep.
Almost
And
almost model, the model participant.
the model.
The
Where'd this go?
model, the shade.
So off rip, I'm gonna.
You know what? Before you even bring it up there, I want to make it very clear, guys, that when we do these podcast episodes, the former host Joe knows they're in the chat, and sometimes we actually chide him and rib him off rip to see if he'll get on here. Today was one of those days, okay,
It
that we
literally
did.
just happened
It literally just happened.
before we started
It
this.
literally just happened where I told him that we needed him here. We needed him here, and I will read to you guys exactly how I tried to inspire him. We said, Joe, get back on the mic. Your story, your experiences need to be shared. People must know out there, and they need to be reminded that there is no hope. You can't achieve your dreams no matter how hard you try. And life really is a sad, pathetic existence. Joe, please share your stories. So, of course, he hasn't joined. So, and that's, of course, my best friend, ladies and gentlemen. But this is what we do. We rib each other to try and get him to get up here. But I don't know. I don't know what to tell you guys. The last time I saw him when I was in Tampa, it was really a short trip, so I couldn't get him on mic. And the last time before that was when we were in Texas, and I told him I'll be there, but we have to do this. So it looks like if we're not in his presence, which is another reason why the 100th episode has to be in person, because it's probably the only way we're gonna get him on for the 100th episode. But we do try. Anyway, without further
Yeah,
ado,
just in case anybody was asking whether or not we kicked him out or something,
no, exactly, no,
he just refuses.
he just refuses, but he doesn't know. No, refusing requires communication. He just ghosts us. So right now,
Yeah, I
I
kind of
sent a
feel
text.
like
I
an
sent the
ex.
text to our group chat saying I sent the meeting invite to both of you, and he stopped responding.
Yep.
So
And
that's what
my
it is.
comment to that was we just killed a few trees over the electronic waste of
Correct,
that email.
but nothing. So yeah. So basically, hey, it is what it is. Can't say I'm not trying, but when you can only reach out, and if they don't grab your hand, I don't know, some crap like that. All right, we're ready for the topic. Go ahead.
Okay, so hold on, bear with me for 1 second.
All this vamping, and you still don't have it ready.
I no, I was trying to like the lighting is better here, so I'm
Who
just trying to.
cares what this is a
I do. Do you
podcast.
see this? Look at this.
Hold on now. The podcast is meant to
No,
be
no. I just
heard,
realized that
not seen.
I am
The fact that
number
I provide
29
video,
searched.
the fact that I provide video for our audience is a courtesy because we're using Zoom, so we
I
have the
am
footage.
I am
If it was up to
29
me,
searched in podcasts for whatever reason it is. So people want to see this glorious, lovely face.
they're
So I'm
searching
gonna
for you
give the
on
people,
they're searching for you on Apple Podcast, which is
which is
strictly audio.
crazy.
It's strictly audio. They don't see your face.
Okay, well maybe somebody might want to get, curious, okay? Don't slam me, okay?
I'm
Whatever.
sorry. I'm sorry. That's why we need to do the meet and greets with Manny. That's it.
We're not doing that because that's gonna be too expensive.
It's
Anyways,
that.
anyways,
Anyways,
so
My relationship after my
again,
wife said
again,
Jesus,
again, Jesus. So this video
running out of steam here.
where's that? Oh, the video is on Facebook, and yeah, here we go. I don't know how loud I should put this.
Put it loud.
Put it loud, loud and proud. Ready, go.
Am I the asshole for checking out of my relationship after my wife said she wished I had a bigger dick, but we don't always get what we want? My wife, 34 female, and I, 34 male, have been married for 8 years, and we have a 5-year-old son. Over the past few months,
It
my
works.
wife and I have
It works.
occasionally been having arguments on finances. The main argument we've been having is that I want to take our family out on a vacation to a different state, but my wife wants to save up so we can travel abroad next year. Last month, my wife and I were having an argument again about this, and I was
Abroad is
telling her
better.
a vacation would be really good for our family and our son. We talked back and forth, and I could sense my wife was getting exasperated. But I stood my ground. I
Stand your
told her
ground,
we could
dog.
take a vacation now, and we could also go abroad next year. And my wife just lost her cool and said that the finances made that impractical, and that she also wished I had a bigger dick. But in life, we don't always get what we want. That stung me. I am
Damn.
aware I have an average sized dick, but
Yeah.
I've never had any complaints from anyone on it until now.
Damn
To hear
right.
from my
Pause
wife,
that right. Pause it right there. That was the natural conclusion
then
right there. Okay. Damn. That's highly unnecessary. And here's the sad part about it though, is that they're having an argument about a luxury. It's a luxury now. And usually women reserve those hurtful words when they're losing a fight, when they're losing a battle. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
They tend to get emotional and say something hurtful. Maybe she was losing it to him, but to bring out those kind of guns just because you guys disagree on national or abroad is crazy. Which means what would she say to you when you guys have a real argument of substance, you know? Damn.
Yeah, I mean, listen, this is one of those like petty situations that people, and I'm going to say people, but women, tend to do because they're going after the male ego, and
Correct.
the male
Correct.
ego is a
The male
harmful
ego
thing.
is very phallic.
It's very phallic and fragile, and that they know that's the only way they can get to us. Sorry, sorry, sorry. There we go.
What,
Sorry.
why?
Because man, like it's bothering me.
I hate your found footage type vibe right now.
You know what? I
It
don't really
looks
care how
fine.
you feel.
Jesus Christ.
Look, hey, hi guys. How you doing?
Hi.
Hey, how you doing? So yeah,
Probably the
going
best
after
camera angle you've given us in a long time, actually.
see, thank you.
I know, but I'm just saying, but
This
it's stupid. But
I'm
next time, maybe
trying,
do
but
this in the 30 minutes that we're talking, that you know, because
because I
before,
didn't think about it till afterwards, and I was like, you know what?
of course.
Let me finagle. I work my magic.
Mhm.
Anyway, but to say such harsh words, especially to like your husband, this isn't like some boyfriend that you just started dating a couple of months ago, or some dude you just met on the street. This is your husband of
I,
eight
I
years.
disagree.
This is
I
crazy.
disagree. You want to know why? Why it makes
Why?
more sense that she did it to the husband of 8 years?
She's been sitting on it for too fucking long. That's the
No,
problem.
no, no. She's already locked in. That's it. So he's not going anywhere. So you can say whatever you want. I mean, technically, because what reasonable divorce hurts who?
Man,
Okay, thank you very much. Um, so he's already locked in. 8 years, they have a child. You're locked in. I can say whatever I want to you. You ain't going nowhere.
nah, fuck
Engaged,
that.
you can. A
Fuck that.
boyfriend, you can. Somebody you're talking to, you can. But a husband is, I believe I said it before that the statistic is husbands in the US or in the Western world are treated the worst overall in the world or have the worst mental health, is what I understand. I don't remember what the statistics was. I brought it up in some episode a long, long time ago. But men, husbands, spouses in the Western world, or especially I think it was just the US though, are treated have the worst mental health
Of
compared
course.
to Eastern Europe and Asia and all the other stuff. So of course, it makes a lot of sense. She would say something. She would have said it to him if he just put a ring on it. She would definitely not say that to him if they were dating, or she might. But the likelihood of her feeling comfortable, you can say that because where you gonna go? You're gonna be sleeping in this bed tonight. You're gonna be coming to this house. You're gonna be bringing the bread around. You ain't going nowhere.
No, that wouldn't have been me. My mental health is and sanity is far more important than whatever.
Then
I'll
what?
take
Then your wallet.
Yeah,
Then because here's
I'll take the L
if
because you know what?
you take
Think
the
about
L.
it. I'll take the L because
Hmm.
mental health in the long run, the
Hmm.
worse and worse it gets, the more and more it's going to cost you because you're going to stop yourself from doing anything, and then you're going to start believing the shit that you're told. You're going to think that you're no good for anything.
You don't think by getting divorced because of that, you're trading one potential mental health crisis for another. I watched a video, and I put it in the group chat where this guy who was very successful, he said what divorce did to him, what it did to his finances, to his sobriety, to his mental health, and basically it completely crushed him as a man. It crushed him
But what
personally.
was the divorce based on? Did he initiate divorce or
No, no,
did
no,
she
no,
initiate
she did,
divorce?
she did.
Okay, but that's a whole different aspect. This is the guy getting
Okay,
treated like shit, getting
right,
spoken to like shit, and
correct.
being like, "Am I the asshole because I can't deal with this anymore?"
Right,
Yes, it hurts your finances and your bank account and
but you're
everything.
trading one mental health crisis for a potential another mental health crisis. The question is, which one is greener? Is your pride worth the financial ruin you might have? And
It's not
you know,
even about pride, bro. It's that's
but it's pride. It's
that's
pride. It is
sanity.
pride.
I don't want to be told that I have a little dick every day or think
Hey,
about
hey,
it every
hey,
day.
hey, hey. Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
you think if he gets divorced from her, he's not gonna be like, damn it, I divorced her. But I wonder if another woman is gonna think my dick is up to par. It's gonna. That's it. It hit him. It's in his head.
I
It
saw
he can't
I
get that
saw
back.
this. No, I know that, but I saw this this meme the other day. It's damn, what's his name? The Russian guy from Rocky. Um
Um. Uh. Uh. Oh, you mean the actor? Uh.
Love Grunston or whatever his name is.
Dolph Lundgren. I know. I'm working on
Yeah,
his
Dolph
alcohol.
Lundgren. So it says, it's a picture of like a him in Rocky. And
Uh-huh.
it says on the top of it, it says when I give her 4 inches as hard as I can. And on the bottom it says, if she dies, she dies.
Oh.
But point is, somebody out there appreciates an average side follicle
Well, they
of
have to
piece
appreciate it
of
because that's
equipment.
the vast majority of men. They're average or below size.
Right. And most women understand, or I'm just saying the sane women understand that you don't need this much, this much, and this much to get off.
Most women don't even want that, to be honest with you. They think about it, but they don't want it when they get it. It's too
I
much.
mean, I tell you, when I walk into those sex stores, I get scared. I'm just like, no, I can't. Oh, whew. Or whenever I come out the shower and take a scope in the mirror, I'm just like, oh, I couldn't. Nope, not this guy.
Hmm.
Mm-mm.
Hmm.
Wait, we're talking about something else, right?
That's
Sorry.
right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
Sorry. I got
I don't want to be very clear. This man's a unit clearly did the job. They got a kid, so
yeah.
it hit the
So
spot.
clearly well, no, because a lot of women out there can fake it and fake it till you make it type situation.
No, yeah,
What
but yeah,
what I
yeah.
would
But
do
you
in
need
the
you need you need
situation,
something. You need something to get it in there so you can get that procreation going.
what I would do in this situation, if that was ever brought to me like that or whatever, I would put her in a situation where she would cheat, because that nulls um alimony payments and it kind of throws the divorce in your favor. So I
It
would be doing everything I could. Be like, you know
That's
what?
one. That's a lot of work, and two,
No,
I
it's
think there's.
not.
Yeah,
Go to the homies or whatever. Everybody has locker room talking, be like, hey,
you're
how's your
right. You're
junk?
right. But then here's the
How's your
thing.
junk?
Here's the thing. The in the mediation and discovery. What we just talked about this. The woman's going to try to villainize you to say what made her go that route, and that you weren't something 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 something. So she'll try that. She will.
Yeah,
And
I mean
his
nothing. Like, hey, listen,
infidelity does not nullify, or adultery does not nullify the requirements for child support and or alimony. It doesn't,
it
unless you're
can,
like a. It can, but it doesn't. Not all the time.
especially if you can prove that the fault is entirely on her. But
Yeah, but then
I
that yeah, but then
I
but then
it's
you have
not
to prove
hard.
that. Yeah,
It's
you have
not
to. It is
hard.
hard. Absolutely.
Listen, my homie over here with Big Jamal that's like 7'2"
God
with a
damn.
63-inch giant ham hock.
God
Like,
damn.
listen, I got DNA evidence, I got panties, I got video.
Yo, you have no, you can prove the act, but then you have to say, listen, this makes them a terrible person, versus her saying, well, he did this and this and this, and he was not emotionally there, which drove me to another man. It becomes a he say, she say. It becomes a nightmare.
But the other thing is, if you can prove, if you have documentation of like the hurtful shit that she was saying or whatever, mental health has played a lot and a huge part in divorce court now. They actually pay attention to it a lot more. So the
Okay.
emotional abuse of it um can definitely tip favors now.
Okay. I mean, I'll take your word for it. I don't know. So let's get back to the video in question. What was the ending question? Is it wrong to check out of your marriage because she said that to you, right?
Yeah. He's
Um,
the beginning question was, am I the asshole for wanting to check out?
okay, all right.
Or
So where we are now, let's answer that question. What do you say? What say you, sir?
I'm definitely getting the hell out of here.
Okay.
I'm done. Like I don't like I said, I would rather take financial ruin than getting beat up every day.
You don't.
because you know
Well,
what?
well, we're assuming this is the
Because
first. We're
financial
assuming this is the
ruin
first
ends.
time.
It's not going to be forever.
You It depends. If alimony stays pretty much the same, I think alimony goes away when they get remarried, right?
Yeah.
Okay. She doesn't get remarried, her finances don't change, and you don't and your finances don't change. No, it could be forever.
But here's the twist now. Our president has nationally made or recognized what do they call it?
Yes.
What do they call it when you're together for like a certain amount of years? Common law
Common law
marriage.
marriage. Yeah.
He's nationalized common law marriage. So there's no getting away with it. If you're with somebody long enough, you're technically married and you're gonna get
If you're no, if you're cohabitating with them though, not if you're in a relationship.
there's ways to figure that out.
No, no, you have to be cohabitating with them. They have to actually be living with you.
Right.
It
You
has
have
to be
to be, yeah,
documented
you're
proof
living
that
with
they're,
somebody or whatever.
yeah, the law has to be several years worth of mail and or being or whatever.
Can
Just
you
being both there.
imagine the breaking up the rate? But like, listen, I gotta break up with you in like October before we hit
Yeah,
seven
that's what
years or
I'm saying.
whatever.
But it
Like
makes
we're
men
done.
think twice about moving in with the woman first before getting married, or if they're
I
not, or don't
definitely.
move in if you don't intend to get married and have like a set day. Don't sit on it for a hot minute. Be like, okay, I'm gonna move in with you, live together for a year or two, then get engaged. So when that common law hits, it
And the sales of diamonds are gonna go down and shit because if I don't have to propose to you anymore and we're
uh
technically married at this point, why buy you a ring?
oh because women aren't gonna settle for that.
Of
Not at
course
all.
not.
Not at
But
all.
but
Not at all.
if you convince somebody, hey, listen, like fuck you.
I like your weird brand of negative optimism. It's fantastic. I'll answer the question now. That's a real not a filler word. I no, it's not a filler word. I don't think I would dip out. It depends on the context. From what I can understand with the story, this is the first time she said this to him, and I would like. I mean, we're gonna listen to the rest of it. I would assume this is maybe the first time she's done something like this. Out of pure frustration. I would take the context of heat of passion. Women have heat of passion. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah,
They
I
will say.
if this
Mhm.
definitely was like the first like incident of it or whatever, I take it, put it in that little
You
chest,
file it away
lock it up, put it back there, and
and be
then
like,
like
you're.
withhold sex for the longest
Oh no,
time,
absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. I
withhold
would.
it, and then when she starts grabbing for him, like, oh, so you want this little dick? Oh, is that what you
No,
want
no,
now?
no, 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 no. I would. No, that I didn't get to that point. There are always consequences. There is
Oh yeah,
retaliation, and I'd be fine. I would be okay with it. But please believe, I wouldn't try and make a move. I wouldn't touch you, and you would eventually notice that you're not touching me or trying to touch me because And then when you try, I'll just be like, I'll be passive aggressive. But no, no, I'm not really feeling it. But thanks though. Mwah. And that's really about it. And eventually, shoot, and I probably wouldn't again. So one of two things will happen. Either she'll acknowledge the fact that, oh, you know what, that's probably what did it, or it'll cause more problems. What's the bitch's name? I
yeah,
know you're stepping out on me.
it's gonna cause more
It's
problems
one of
because
the two.
what was the last episode that we just had? How they can't take accountability for shit that they
Exactly,
said or did.
exactly.
So that's all that's gonna happen, and she's gonna
Yeah,
be like, "Well, I didn't say or do anything. He's
correct,
changed." She's gonna go to
correct.
all her friends.
Oh
He's
yeah.
changed.
Uh-huh,
Oh my
uh-huh.
God, her family. Like, oh my God, he's so different now. Like he won't
Yep,
even
he
touch
doesn't.
me anymore.
Girl, he must be seeing somebody. You need to go through his phone. You need to follow him. You need to find out what's going
Hire
on
a
because
private investigator. Here's the card.
okay, yeah, that's the sad part about it though is that yeah, the lack of accountability would mean that you might cause more problems. And in reality, I'm just like, nah, I'm not. I don't. It's hard to want to perform for somebody that just attacked your man meat because then while you're getting it in, I would fail to say that maybe keeping an erection with her would be hard because you know what I'm saying, like what she said and you don't really know if that was a heat of passion and that's how she really feels because sometimes
Right.
the heat of passion brings out exactly how they feel but they're holding back. And they say just to be hurtful. Maybe she does want a larger penis or penile size and never wanted to say anything because you're just such a great guy and a great potential husband and such a great father, but man, if you just had a larger unit. And by the way, there are these things. These are penile extension thingies where you can put it on the tip and it extends your man meat. You
Well,
can get those things.
what I would do is I would visit a sex store
Yeah,
and buy her the size that she refers to or
yeah.
whatever. And then whenever we get in, I'd smack her in the face with like, this is how you like it? This is what you want now? Give her that little reminder, you know?
Have you? Let me. All right. Jeez.
Have I seen
You,
a doctor? Yes.
I was gonna say, have you considered, mental health,
Therapy?
therapy? Yeah,
They've concluded that
because
I am
half black men in our society do avoid their mental health. I'm just making it very clear.
they've decided that I am high risk.
Okay.
Um and there's no fixing me.
Okay. All
No,
right. That's fine.
I'm just broken.
That's
Sorry.
fine. Okay. But anyway, back to the reality. Again, it depends on, like I said, context. I need to know how
A
many
little
times she said
more.
it. How many times she said it? Is this a natural, a normal thing for her? And more so than that, could I rationalize it as being just a heat of passion? And especially since there will be retaliation. I will be quiet, whatever. Are you going to acknowledge it? Are you going to apologize? Are you going to double
What's
down on it?
crazy is the fact that he says I'm fully aware that I have
Well, no, some
my
some
size
guys
penis.
listen in the other group chats I have, we talk about girth and whatever. Some of us say, yeah, but I'm below average. Oh, I'm average. I gets the
I'm
job done.
I'm I'm gonna be honest with you.
Uh-huh.
I've never had conversations with any of my homies
Uh-huh.
to that effect. Um,
I mean,
I've
do you
had
have any
conversa
homies?
I have plenty of homies, sir.
My
Thank
bad.
you. I've jokingly
Yeah.
with women that asked or said something about it, like you don't go around asking men. No, how does it feel as a grown ass man to go to another dude and be like, hey, pull it out. Let me see what the difference
Well,
is between
that's
yours
not
and
how
mine.
how the conversations go.
Let me take a
Somebody,
picture.
it's not how it happens.
Send me a dick
It's
pic.
just typically when we're ribbing on each other and somebody says off rip, that
Off
you're
rip.
tiny. He's like, well, yeah, I know I'm tiny. I mean, but guess what it's done? Oh, so, well, you know what? I'm average. It comes out
So
the joke.
I would jokingly tell them like, listen, the only other penis that I've ever seen in my life was my son's, and compared to him,
Hmm.
I'm huge.
Yeah,
So
good
yeah,
point.
my I've been lying myself my entire life. I thought I was ginormous.
Yeah, I've never measured. I've never measured. I've thought about it just for the hell of it, but I just never. I'm just like, okay, well then you got to fluff yourself up and you got to flaccid and then erect. I'm just like, I ain't got time for all this.
All I know is I've never had any complaints, and I've never told anything crazy like this to
Hmm.
me with what I'm working with.
Right.
So I'm just
Well, you don't have any complaints because
happy.
because you have not forced a woman to call you out on your lack of performance with your behavior.
That's not true. I've done some really shady shit to some women that
To
I did not
win,
care for
you've
when we
been
dated.
married for 3 decades.
Well, before my 3 decade
High
marriage.
school and junior high school don't count.
No, there was a short time after high school before my
Your
350,000
your
years
summer
marriage.
vacation between vocational school and high school does not count. You have zero, I repeat, zero dating in your young adult life. You've
That
been
is not
married
true,
for
sir.
45 years.
That is not true. Before I met my wonderful, beautiful, God graced me. I can't think of anything else nice to say.
Uh-huh.
Lovely wife of 300,000 millennium years.
Ex-wife is.
I'm talking the wife of that time frame is what I'm referring to.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
yeah, the time frame.
Oh,
Um,
gotcha, gotcha,
I've
gotcha, gotcha.
I've never
Dated,
I
I
forgot
know.
what it's yeah, no, I've dated before her. There's plenty of dating and a lot of
Yeah, between
fornicating and a
between
lot
gym
of
class and library session, I know.
oh yeah, of course, because there was the behind the cubicles and underneath
Yep.
the what you call them
Yeah,
things,
yeah, yeah. The
chairs.
locker rooms and behind the bleachers
Yeah, the bleachers. That's what I'm looking
during
for.
homecoming.
Sometimes even study time, like
Yeah,
I was at the
independent
table.
study. It's not so
I was at the
independent.
table,
If you
and
know what I mean.
I was depending on things to happen, and it happened.
Yeah.
But there have been plenty of times that I've done, but I've never, not once has anybody told me something.
You you
Nothing negative.
haven't you've had you haven't had enough experience. I'm sorry. I
I've
can't,
been told by
I will
I've
not.
been told by somebody I dated in the past that
Uh,
with what I'm working with, I should be having sexual intercourse at least 5 times a day. And I looked at her and said she's crazy.
well, I mean, okay. All right. Okay. What at what age? I don't want to say married because that doesn't count. But at what age? Your son, right? You were married when he was born or conceived or after the fact?
I was married after.
Okay. So we're gonna start from meeting that woman. How many years were you single before meeting that woman that you were able to date? Because that's a long time ago.
I want to say about 6 or 7 years.
And what age range is that? 16 to 21?
20. No, I'm sorry.
You met, okay, how about this? You met her at what
So
age?
from
You
I
met her at
was,
what
I
age?
think I was like 28.
You met her at 28?
Hmm.
You met her at 28.
Hmm.
Oh, so you had okay, all right. All right. So I take that back then. So you had the vast majority of
I've
your
had,
20s.
yeah,
My
I've
bad.
in my
Okay.
early 20s when I was
That's not what I
slinging
thought.
drinks. When I was slinging
He was
drinks, I
he
was
was he
also
was he was
slinging. I was slinging.
slinging ding-a-ling.
I
Okay.
was
All right.
slinging
Okay.
ding-a-lang
Okay.
too. You know what I'm saying?
I retract my statement. Okay. So you did have a good solid 8 years. Well, let's say 18, 10 years. You had a decade in
Pretty much.
to date. Okay. So but then you don't but if you have a decade worth of stories, you don't share anything on this podcast.
I share a few things.
You not enough because it seems like you don't relate to the dating experience so much. I mean, yes, it has been. It's been 20, 30 years ago.
What was my thing? I said I hated dating, and the idea of going back to that
Right.
absolutely irks the shit out of me because
But you didn't cite
having to
any
go
sources.
through
But you didn't
having
cite
to
any sources. Like you
okay
didn't tell us
in my 20s, those are my entire sources. Those are experiences. I'm
that
not
we know
saying,
nothing about.
well, what the hell? You don't ask me the proper questions,
What do
sir. I
you,
don't need to.
dude? I've literally asked you for examples, and you're like, oh no, I haven't been. I've been married forever, and I've had kids forever, so I don't know. I can't
I
relate.
can't remember half of the shit that happened. I mean, I drank my way
That's
through
true. Cocaine is
my
a hell of a
early.
drug. Yeah.
I didn't. Who drinks? Well, I did drink cocaine a little bit. I mean,
Yes,
that
right.
it happens.
Yeah.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
All right, whatever. Go play the rest of this message and let's do whatever. Because now I'm disappointed and kind of annoyed.
Let me turn this back
But
on.
then you have no ex if you don't remember the poor dating in your 20s, then you have no excuse to say you don't want to go back to that if you don't remember what you're going back to. I understand if you say I
Okay,
don't ever want to be married
listen.
again.
What
No,
was the
hold on.
what was
I'm
the
talking right now.
what was the thing?
I'm talking right now. It's
What
me.
was the
I'm
thing
talking
that I
right now.
said about dating? I said in my youth when I did date, most of my dating or relationship started based on friends.
Correct.
The foundation of friendship started.
Okay.
That's where that comes from.
Okay. So
I didn't date strangers. I was never like that. I'm never
correct,
gonna be like
correct.
that.
But you don't even want to entertain dating in general, period. Even if it's somebody you met and just got. That's what I'm saying. What you came to this conclusion. I know why I came to this conclusion. Actually, the entire world knows why I came to this conclusion, thanks to this podcast. But you've never you've never actually gave a sufficient example as to why you have no interest in even pursuing dating the way you have pursued it, right? I understand if you said if you said I never be married again, I get it. We got examples. We know
I
what.
won't get married again.
All right, thank you. You said that. But what I'm saying though is that we understand the context behind that. We understand, okay, we know why Manny won't get married again, but we have no context to explain why Manny will never date again or choose not to date again or has no interest in dating again because we have no context for that.
You don't need context. I said the whole idea of having to start all over again
Uh-huh.
to learn another person and to figure out whether or not they're going to be in my life for a long period of time.
Uh-huh.
I don't care to do that again because I've done it before. I've done it plenty of times before, and I have no interest in do it again.
You haven't done it since in 20 years.
Hmm. And
The
I'm
process of courting.
so. Have you ever built
Love
yourself to
someone so bad it makes you cry. Have you ever needed some what? Sleep at night. Have you ever tried
anyways?
this hard to find the words, but
Have
they
you
just
ever put
come
a
to
goal plan
mind?
together, right?
Have you ever?
Finally achieve the goal, and then once you achieve the goal, you were like, this, and then you walked away from the goal,
Uh-huh.
right? And you were like, I can figure out something else.
You so
I've done
basically
this in two different aspects of my life:
okay.
dating
Uh-huh.
and work.
Okay, work is work. Okay, I see what you're saying, but I just you don't know what the landscape. I mean, you have an idea, but you haven't experienced the current landscape for you to be like, you know what? I'm not digging this. That's like saying you rode a bike 20 years ago and you had a lot of false starts, It's been 20 years later. I don't ever want to get back on a biking because 20 years ago, it just didn't work out for me. But you don't know how
I
the bikes are made
have,
now. They're made better now. There's different. There's
I
e-bikes now.
have,
You know what I'm saying?
I
Now, I'm not saying
have,
dating is better now,
I
but
have a broad spectrum of people
yeah, you
that
are on the spectrum.
I am on the spectrum. Depends on the graph that you're looking at.
Yeah,
Um,
true.
that I speak to
Uh-huh.
on their dating woes that gives me enough information
That's not
that
you. That's
proves
not you.
no, it's not me,
That's
but
not your experience.
it proves enough to me that
Yes.
I have no reason to go back out there
Okay. All right.
because I know
I
just
sound like
hearing
it sounds like excuses.
no, it just from
It
hearing
sounds like you're
hearing
afraid. It
I'm not
sounds
afraid of
like you're
anything.
scared.
I don't like wasting my time. And a lot of these young heads like to waste time and I'm not with that life.
I feel you. It's not a priority. I get it.
It's not.
I
Has not
still.
been a priority for me for years and I'm happy for
Well,
that.
you can't say for years. Well, I mean, how long have you been unmarried?
365,000 years.
No, how long have you been unmarried? No dead air. This should be the best day of your
Um
life, so you should know this fight by heart.
um
Was it three? Not 3 years.
20, what are we at? Oh, it's only been
Okay.
like maybe 3 or 4 years.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Time flies.
Feels like it. No, it feels like it's been so much longer.
That's peace. That's real peace there, ladies and
Oh
gentlemen. That's
my
the reason why he doesn't want to date again
God.
because he feels peace. So much peace that so much time has
Oh,
gone by. Okay, cool. All right,
wow.
let's play the rest of it since I've spent enough time negging you about dating. I just want the
Ooh.
content.
Shit.
What now?
The video disappeared. Hold on.
Fantastic. So
Oh
yeah,
no, there it is. I got it. Oh, and it started right back up. Cool.
fantastic.
All right, here we go.
Here we
I've
go.
never had any complaints from anyone on it until now. And to hear it from my wife, it just numbed me. It then checked out of the conversation. And my wife instantly apologized after she said that. I
Oh,
told her
okay,
it was
okay, okay,
okay, and then
okay,
I went to
okay.
sleep. From the next day on, however, I distanced myself from my wife and just
See,
focused on work and my son. My
that's
wife
right.
tried to initiate a conversation and apologize multiple times, but I usually just ignored her or told her to let it go. I also started eating out as I did not want to eat my wife's dinner. My wife
Ooh.
initiated sex one night and I told her to get off me. My birthday was a few days ago
Oh.
and I ignored my wife when she wished me a happy
Wow.
birthday and when she tried to kiss me. We didn't do anything for my birthday. And when my wife gave me a gift, which was packaged with also a
I
handwritten letter,
I
I
threw that
told
shit
her to
out.
return it. I have no
Ooh.
idea what was the gift or what was written in the letter, and I really don't care. I am at my limit now, and I know this is not healthy or sustainable.
No, this is
So I
more
have
than just a
seriously
dick
started
joke.
considering divorce, but I also wanted to get an opinion from the people I trusted most in the world, my two siblings. My brother thinks I should at least consider marriage counseling first before
Ah,
proceeding with
no,
divorce, as
he's
he
out.
doesn't think this is worth jumping straight to divorce for. My
I agree.
sister has the opposite opinion, and she thinks I'm still young and fit and I have a long life ahead of me, and it should be very easy for me to get someone
That's
who's much
weird.
more beautiful than my
That would
wife,
you
both
think that'd be
on
Wow.
the exterior and the interior. Am I the asshole for checking out a
Yeah,
okay?
I wouldn't
No,
expect the sister to
yeah.
be like, get the fuck back out there, bro.
Exactly, but I think but I would think maybe the guy is more like a cheaper to keeper kind of thing. Maybe that's why he's saying that. But the woman, the sister, I mean, maybe it's because of familiar mentality. That's like you're my family, and I don't want you being treated so poorly. But I
Or
want to make
maybe
it
the
very
sister
clear
never liked her.
that too. But I'm gonna be serious. I think there's more to it. It sounds like this was the last straw.
Yeah.
This wasn't the first thing because the way he's responding and the way he went purely numb, it's like little drops in a cup, and that finally made it spill over. There is more. I think he's not, or he's been looking for a reason to subconsciously or unconsciously a reason to check out of the marriage. He didn't want to be there, and he found his excuse, and his main is it locked in there. I'm not saying what she said was right or wrong, but clearly he said it right afterwards. She apologized immediately after she said it, and she's been trying to make amends ever since. As opposed to the scenario that I said, where they'll either do that, take accountability, or will take your behavior as like, oh, you're cheating, and escalate things. She did it the right way. She apologized, and she's really trying her best. Unless well, he doesn't say it, but unless his the size of his unit is like a sore topic for him, and she knew this, kind of like, you know what I'm saying, like that's why your dad was alcoholic, or that's why, something,
Yeah.
something that really hit him, like for me, a sore topic for me is my father, like, and if you it happened one time where I got into it with somebody, and they said, you're acting like your father, and that, I mean, I'm talking about when I said I saw red, I probably was blacked out. So that's how angry I was when that was said to me, because I have a complex. I realized that thanks to watching Black Panther, about my parentage, and that my entire parenting of my sons is literally the antithesis, the exact opposite of how my father handled me when I was younger. So when you do that, it kind of, and the same thing, like the previous episode where I said that I'm trying to be a good guy, and then you compared me to your ex-husband, who you spent many times saying how awful and terrible and shitty he was, and then you compared me to him just because I did one thing that you didn't appreciate, right? That set me off, it's kind of a thing. So that's different. So if his penile size is not like a sore topic for him, or something, maybe he got injured there, then he was already on his way out. I do think he's the asshole for trying to check out, because there's something else there. We're missing some context. What do you think?
No, I agree. I think there's a lot missing there. I'm sure there's a lot of conversations where we're isolating the their relationship experience just based on this one
But
incident.
that's how he posted it. He
Right.
said,
That's
"Am
how I
am I
posted
an
it.
asshole for checking out this relationship because she said this? Not after years of abuse, or she knows my
Right.
history, or she knows that
And
I
that's
had."
that's the problem
Yeah.
with these Reddit reviews is that they start off with "Am I the asshole?"
Mhm.
However, there's a lot of context missing from the situation, so we don't really know,
Yeah.
how
Um,
far back this goes or if this
right.
was just an isolated incident.
Exactly. But you see what I'm saying, guys? And I'm being real. This is the reason why when I tell my personal stories on this podcast, I go into a long rant before telling you the situation, because I want you to know the context. Whether I look like a dick or not, or whether they look like a dick or not, I give you the full context as best as I can do it impartially, while throwing in my commentary. Then I go into it. So if I wrote this thing, I'd have given you the whole context about my marriage. If there was something to give that would inform you into this statement, but as it is written, or as it is placed in this forum, yeah, I think you're the asshole. I think you should recognize that she is trying. The silent treatment is over. You know, she's clearly working on it. She wrote you a letter. She's trying to get the. I think you're taking it a little too far.
Yeah, I think
There's
I
something
think
there's
the
something more.
I
You
think
need
the
counseling. Forget
brother
marriage counseling. You need
I think the
counseling.
brother was right on this one to seek counseling before deciding what to do on this because
He needs to seek counseling to find out why is it that one comment, out of pocket as it was. But again, she didn't let it stew. She apologized right after. Your words. You need to go to counseling to find out why did that set you off, and why did that blow up. It blew up everything. And
yep.
you're willing to just, like, I'm done, like, actually done. There's more to it. He needs to go to counseling, and then maybe if they identify that there is a problem in the marriage, then she can go. But this is on him, buddy. Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I think the brother was right to seek counseling on it first because there's no there's no context or whatever. I mean, again, if he's emotionally dealing with something like this for years, then yeah, jump ship. But um if you don't know, I mean that's the problem. Like you have one brother that says, "Oh, seek counseling," and the sister that's just like, run away. But without further context on how much more or how much crap he was dealing with, it's hard to figure it
I don't
out.
think we need further context. I'm going to take it as he's presented it. This is what he's presented. If there was more context, he would have said, and she has said stuff like this before, or she has a history of doing this, or she has a history of he would have said something else too, because like I said, women aren't the only one who do this. Men do it too. To justify these kind of things, you're going to put the person in a light that seems worse, or at least provide context that helps you. You are literally trying to get you're sourcing affirmation for your behavior, so you're going to give enough context to get the desired response from people. You know what I'm trying to say? He didn't give enough of that. He just said, she said my dick is small in a fight because we wanted to go um, to vacation. That's it. And then you gave your repercussions, your retaliation, which I totally agree with
With
most of it.
well, my issue is this again, this conversation and argument started on taking a vacation for the family. It
Correct.
wasn't like he was trying to go do something by himself
Correct.
or neither, I should say, neither one of them were trying to do something by themselves.
Correct.
There was something for the family that they just disagreed on. And then out of nowhere, she hit this up. Now, wouldn't it be crazier is if there was more conversation that he did not even state that was included in this fight, and he's just like, "Oh, all I heard was that I got a little dick," and there was probably like a bunch of other things that he ignored or didn't pay attention to until you have a little dick.
I disagree. I disagree. I think
I said,
that
wouldn't it be interesting if it was?
oh no, no, yeah, absolutely. But I just I don't see it because I honestly really believe what he says. Because like I said, men will tell the facts as is. They usually don't embellish because we're not that smart. We're not that creative. We don't
We also don't tend to elaborate on details that we do not care for.
correct.
So she could have been complaining and venting off a bunch of other stuff,
Right.
and he was just like, yeah, whatever, I don't care about that, or I don't care. And then she was like, "Are you even paying attention to me, you little ass dick nigga?" And you go,
Oh, 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 oh.
now I got a little dick. Wait, so out of the 10 things I just said,
Yeah, yeah.
that was the only thing you're focusing on?
Well, I
What about
mean,
the other 10 things?
well,
That's
well,
also a possibility.
it's a possibility. It is a possibility, and I totally get that. But I'm going to take it at face value. I honestly think she was really frustrated. They were probably having this conversation. For whatever reason, going abroad means something to her, and I agree because let's keep it real. I have little interest traveling within the states. I want to go abroad, especially if it's for your child and you want to have an experience. Why would you want to waste money doing something? I wouldn't say local, but nationally, where you can do something even better internationally, kind of a thing. Kind of like why I would probably never go to New York again for a while because the money would cost to go and stay in New York. I could take that exact same money and have a really great time in a different country,
Hmm.
kind of a thing. So I get it. And when he's like, well, we can do both. Yeah. But then if we do what you want to do, we're pushing out what I want to do, which I think is a better option, a better thing to maybe future into the future. It may not ever happen at all, kind of a thing. So the real question is, why does he want to go to do something sooner than just waiting for the bigger adventure? You know what I'm saying? But again, I think she said it out of pure frustration. She was annoyed. Like
Yeah,
you
I'm sure
don't
she
get
was.
why this means
He
so
even
much.
says it. He said in the conversation
Yeah,
that he saw that she was getting emasculated or whatever,
correct.
which makes sense.
Right. So that's it. That's it.
There's
I think
twenty.
it was a heat of passion. And when she
There's
said it, she probably saw the look on his face and she's like, "Ah, shit. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it." No, it's fine.
hmm
It's good. I gotta go.
there's 20 seconds left
On what?
on the
Oh,
video.
in the video? Okay, play it and then we can wrap this up.
Um, all right, here we go.
Fantastic.
My relationship and considering divorce.
Really, everyone sucks. The comment was very unnecessary, and I don't know why it had to get taken there.
It feels like he's being a little sensitive over it. If you're that hurt, communicate, work on it, or be done. If you ask a man,
And I don't know why
if you ask a man,
it had to get taken there.
it feels like he's being a little sensitive over it. If you're
That's
that
the end of the
hurt,
video. Sorry.
communicate.
I mean, I'm not against him being sensitive over it. It's not fun, I guess. But I agree. Get over it or just walk away. But when you walk away, I it's gonna be hard to be like, okay, well, why'd you get divorced? Well, she said
She said I got a little dick.
she's no, no, she said I wish you had a bigger dick. That's it. You see what I'm trying to say? Now, I'm not saying, oh, and again, we just did a topic that was about elaborating and making up stuff to make you look better. I'm not saying now he needs to concoct reasons, and if it really that means that much to him, but he's gonna have to justify that to himself. Like really, you blew up your entire family for this. You create a broken home for this comment. You've got if there's not anything more, and it really is just this, and it hit you that hard, you've got to seek therapy on your own first. Find out what it was. Maybe a girl said this to you, your first true love in high school or elementary school. Something must have happened. Maybe somebody pulled down his pants and already pointed and laughed. It's got to be something, some kind of trauma there. I'm sorry. It has to be some kind of trauma for you to react like this and really take it this far. I agree with the retaliation. I agree with the whole withholding sex. I agree with the whole, maybe, you know, not speaking or whatever. I don't know the whole. You better throw out that you better throw out that pic that present. I don't want that shit. All right now. I mean, come on, something's got to give here. Like what's something really happened? Like she didn't slap your mama. She didn't cheat on you. Like you're acting like she did some grave infidelity or unforgivable act on you instead of just speaking out of turn. She said sorry, and she wrote, and then she keeps saying sorry, and she wrote you a handwritten letter that you didn't even read. I mean, so there's something else there, dog. Let's talk about it.
I mean, definitely, I think because again, we don't know the whole situation, and we just take it at face value. If this was the first time that it happened, yeah, learn to forgive the first time. You are 8 years into a marriage, you have a family together. Um, However, I would let it strictly be known this is the first and only time you
Don't you
get
ever,
this.
don't you ever
The
come out of
next
pocket ever
time,
saying off rip
yeah,
again.
the
You understand?
next time you come out the
The
mouth
next
off
time you come out the
rip,
mouth, it's
I'm out.
okay. I'm gonna
And
slap a
then
bitch.
I'm slapping bitches. I'm just you catching hands.
Catching hands.
You
I'm
catching
blows.
hands.
I'm
That's
stomping
it.
you out.
Yo, like you're gonna be unrecognizable when the cops
Okay.
show up. You know what I mean? They're gonna be like, "Who's
And
this?"
I'm
And
still
I'm
gonna
be
ask you
like,
to make me
"I
a
don't
sandwich.
know.
I'm still gonna make you
I
a
don't know."
sandwich.
I told her to make me a sandwich, and she came out the kitchen looking like that. I don't know what happened, yo. Yo, she jacked up.
Ma'am, is that true? Did your husband ask you to make him a sandwich? You declined, and you said he had a little dick. Have you
Oh
lost
man,
your goddamn
can you
mind?
can you imagine the cop? Get this bitch out of here.
Get out of here! Get out of here! We got
We
a 401 here.
we're gonna arrest your stupid ass.
That's
Yo,
right.
what the hell? You should
Gentlemen,
have
are you
shut up and
okay?
made a sandwich.
Do you need assistance? Do we need to put you up in a shelter because you seemed like you were being attacked? You are the one that's in some kind of domestic abuse. You haven't
Sir,
been.
it's okay. We got your back.
That's it. That's it. What do you mean? We're making light of it. All right. Well, final thoughts on this thing. I mean, I think we pretty much said our piece, but if you want to say some more because, you know,
I'm Dr. Manny.
you were Dr. Manny.
Ooh,
Yes, right.
past tense,
That's
huh?
right. That's right.
I didn't listen. I didn't give up my honorary doctorate, so you can kiss my ass.
I
Um, it's still there somewhere. Um,
Oh, actually, don't forget that. Give us a Dear Dr. Manny outro for this. Tell us from Dr. Manny what this guy should do, and we'll end it with that. I like that better.
so Dr. Manny says that um you're definitely gonna need to seek some sort of um what do you call it?
Therapy.
I was gonna say special help.
He needs some special help.
Therapy. You're gonna definitely need to seek some therapy and realign yourself because if such nonsense triggers you that easily and that much, there's definitely something wrong with you.
Yes, there's something else there.
Um, Now if you were to have been dealing with this for a long time, long time of beaten down and battery from verbal battery, I should say,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
then I understand.
No, then get out of there. Yeah.
In this aspect, just based off of reading this verbiage, um, counseling is definitely a must. It needs to be taken care of for on both parties because there's really no reason why
I
the wife
disagree.
should have came
I
out this
disagree.
way. You disagree with Nurse
Well,
Jason and you talk about it
no, no,
after
no,
the
no, no,
fact.
no. I disagree on both parties because it's she already acknowledged it and has been trying, has been working on it. He's just not receptive, right? I honestly believe it needs to be him first, and
I'm not
then
no no no.
if they
Him
recommend it,
first.
if they rec no, but him first for like a few sessions, and then if they recommend couples counseling because he's revealed there's underlying dissatisfaction with his marriage, I get it. But right now, I don't think she needs any of that crap. She spoke out of turn. She realized it immediately afterwards. He needs to go to counseling. He needs to go to therapy for a hot
No,
minute by
but
himself.
that's what I mean. He needs to see counseling first, and then it should be like group effort afterwards because clearly, um, having arguments and being spoken to in this manner is not healthy in anybody's relationship. So there needs to be an exercise that they normally give during these, like, instead of saying this. say this,
No,
or a
that's
better way to talk about how
not
you
saying you
feel.
should. You should say, I think it'd be in your best interest. No, I hate that wordplay. No, no, no,
Instead of
no.
saying, you know how you said, "I wish you had a bigger dick."
Yeah.
You should have said,
I wish I had a smaller cooch. I don't know.
"I wish my walls were."
Yeah, I wish my walls were tighter and smaller so I could fully enjoy your lack of length.
But
No.
definitely counseling is a must for him. Um, and maybe a couple of sessions afterwards. Because if you, like you said earlier, if you're willing to throw out your family and your marriage over an isolated incident, you should have never been married in the first place.
Yep.
Because
I think you yeah,
people say things off rip, out of pocket,
all the time.
out of
We're all human.
anger,
We're all human.
with emotions or whatever, because not everybody knows how to deal with their emotions properly,
Well, it's not even no, it's not even just
especially
about
if you've
that.
never had the opportunity to do that.
It's not just about that. It's just that we all have our moments where we just kind of snap. It's human
Right.
to snap and clear.
But
But I didn't say it's right. But then when then having the emotional intelligence or the accountability to be like, yo, you know what? I
that
shouldn't have
takes
said that.
time. That's what I'm saying.
It does take time. But she clearly had the emotional intelligence to understand that she came out of pocket. She knows she said the wrong thing. And let's be reasonable. Most women don't do that.
Nope.
They won't even
She
say
definitely took accountability and she
correct.
tried.
Most women do not say sorry. They do not accountable. They'll wake up the next morning like all is well, and then because you're not ready to pretend like all is normal, and they will not address it, and then you'll be forced to be the one to be like, "Yo, are we just not gonna like address the fact that you just said that you wish I had a bigger dick? Like, do you understand how it made me feel? Boy, get over it. Move on.
I've done
That's
that
what you're gonna get.
before.
Yes,
I've come into conversations where, it's like, oh, the argument ensued, some things were said,
yep,
and then later on in the day, it was acted and pretended like nothing ever happened.
correct,
And then, um, let's just say, oh, so, are we gonna watch a movie later, or whatever, blah blah blah, like if nothing, like earlier in the day, didn't exist.
correct.
And, oh, can we do this? Whatever. And I sat there and I was like, so we're gonna pretend like you weren't just a fucking crazy person 2 or 3 hours ago, and I'm still not feeling the effects of that. Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand how you could just switch that on and off that easily.
Because when they're because that's what I'm saying. It's the heat of passion. It's like lighting a match. The match flares up, but that same match, it dies
It
quickly.
burns
And
out. Yep.
once it burns out, it can't be relit again, and it's
But
garbage.
here's the other part of that scenario. Once that match is lit and burnt out, it's never the same again. Therefore, the
Correct.
situation will never be the same after
Well,
that.
correct, but that the match is not the situation. The match is the woman. And once it's burned out,
Right. And you
once you
look at her
burn
differently after that because she
correct,
looks
but
different.
she looks different to you. But she's taken that same match, she's tossed it. She's got a new match. She's ready to go. That's the difference. We will still see that burnt mass or the effects of that match, but she's already done tossed it, and it's all cool and it's all good to go and we're ready to go. And what do you mean you're not ready to just accept that I'm fine without us acknowledging anything, kind of a thing. That's typical. I've seen that with
Yeah,
many,
it
many,
happens a
many,
lot.
many
It happens a
all
lot.
the time because it's accountability. They don't want to, and it's fine. Well, it's not fine, but it's normal
It's
to
not
kind
fine.
of.
And we have to stop normalizing that as it
True,
being
I
okay.
apologize. It's not fine. It's just that's just the dead person in me saying it's fine because that's why I don't deal with it. But no. You're right. That's the passive aggressive. It's fine. I'm fine. Whatever. Walking away.
It needs to be abolished. It needs to be
Good
um
luck with that.
I know it's impossible. No one's gonna stop that,
It's
but
impossible because you refuse to get back out into the dating game to teach these women that this is not the behavior that a high value man is gonna appreciate.
you're trying to make me into the next Kevin Hart where I just get on podcasts and Zoom calls
Yeah,
and whatever the hell he's using
Kevin Samuels, that's one.
and start
And
telling these people to shut
no,
up.
no. He did it on a platform. I want you to go woman by woman, date by date.
No,
And
no,
I want you
no,
to show them that look, if you want a high
no,
value man like me, okay, with my bone structure, my
no.
penile length, my work ethic, my humor, my charm, then you need to come correct. And if you're not, peace out. And let me just say right now, once you go Manny, you feel like a fanny. I don't know. So the fact of the matter is though, is that once a lady gets a taste of Manny, she kind of gets hooked. And when he takes that away because she wasn't acting right, it's gonna cause an existential crisis. You can save the dating game one date, one woman,
No.
1 inch at a time.
There was 1 inch. Um, several inches there, sir. Anyways,
I said 1 inch at a time, one
there
inch
there
at a
was
time.
there was actually an ex of mine that I dated way, way back in, the
40
1900s,
years ago.
in the 1900s, and where she was an absolute alcoholic, where I
You
was.
knew this when you got with her?
No, 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 no.
Okay, okay. I'm just
I met
I'm,
her.
okay.
I was bartending. She was one of my
Oh, so you're the enabler.
customers. No. So she was one of my customers, and she would leave where I bartended at
Can I stop
when
you right there? Did you do like the risky business or whatever it was where they're throwing things up in the air and shaking it
it's
and
called flaring, sir.
flare?
Yes,
Okay,
I used to flare.
did you flare really?
Yeah, I did
God
flare.
damn, and back then there was no real cameras like that. Dang,
Nope.
what I would give to see that kind of footage. You
But
still got it? You still got it? What do you think?
probably not. Probably
No?
not. I haven't done that in 20 something years.
I'm gonna have to buy some cheap alcohol and whatever, and you come over and just try. If you break some shit, it's fine. But I gotta see this. I've got to see this. Sorry,
Um,
carry on.
so
So you were enabling a drunk.
she would come to the bar. She was sober. She would have a few drinks. We would talk, and then she would leave, go meet
It's,
up with friends somewhere else at another
yep,
location,
random guys, right?
and then I don't know. And then
High body count.
we exchanged phone numbers. Next episode.
Next episode.
Um, and um,
Stay tuned.
and at some point we started meeting up or whatever. But when I started noticing is when I met up with her at whatever location after I had gotten off of work, was she was immensely intoxicated. So to the point where I was picking her up and dragging her out of the establishment, leaving her vehicle in the parking lot and returning the next morning to get it back. Um, so needless to say, that lasted for about 2 to 3 months.
Wow,
Um,
you dealt with that for 2 to 3 months?
yeah, well, because
You were a different guy.
there was a time span where we wouldn't see each other.
Okay.
So I would be like, all right, I guess it's over at this point. I don't care. And then she'd pop right back in, and I'm just like, oh, okay,
Okay, so
whatever.
you definitely were a different guy back then because a
Right.
lot of what you said,
This is my early
correct me or not.
20s, sir, so I didn't
Yeah,
I
no, I
didn't
get you.
experience all of that yet.
I get you. Okay, so okay, this is young buck.
So
This
after,
was the purest form of the nice guy.
yeah.
Okay.
So after
Pathetic
dealing
fool.
with that situation, I decided to break it off. And she was, fighting with me
Yeah,
about,
sure thing, yeah.
staying together, working it out, whatever, what have you.
Hmm.
And I told her, I was like, no, absolutely not. I can't deal with this anymore. Flash forward 10 plus years later, I ran into her in like a random supermarket somewhere. I don't remember which
At
one.
AA,
In public, in public,
right? In
in a
public
public
AA,
forum.
right?
And
Hi, my
she
name is
told me
Manny.
that
My name is Manny, and I'm an alcoholic.
I was never an
Hi,
alcoholic.
Manny. Wait, do I know you?
I was never an alcoholic, sir. I mean, I joke about it a lot, but I
High
don't
functioning,
drink.
high functioning.
I function a lot. Look at my eyes.
I know that's right.
And she actually approached me and she said that if it wasn't for the fact that I, ended the relationship or whatever, she would have probably went down the horrible little rabbit hole that she put herself into. That it wasn't until after I broke it off that she realized that she was doing some shit that she shouldn't have done, and she saw God, started getting a whole religious
God damn.
atmosphere. Yeah, and she got married and all this stuff, and turned her life around. And I was like, okay. I mean, to me, I was like, I don't really care, but
Right.
congratulations.
Well,
Happy for
you don't
you.
care. She's basically saying
I
that
hadn't
you
spoken to her in
saved her
so many
life.
years at that point. So,
But for somebody to come up to you and be like, check it out, you pretty much saved my life for what you did. That's profound.
I mean, gay. However, God rest her soul, she passed away 2 years after that. So, and
What?
I don't know what happened, what transpired, or how it came about. I just saw a random post one day, and I was just like, nah. Did a little digging, and I was like, oh shit, it actually is real. And yeah. So I don't know what
Wow.
happened, how it
Okay,
happened, or whatever.
there's this thing, right, where some people like when they think about ghosts, how some go, some people on life support will stay alive long enough for people to come say goodbye to them and they pass away right afterwards. What if finally reconnecting with you and being able to tell you that you saved her life was enough for the universe to say, okay, good, now you can now die, you can now die. We can now just get rid of you. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was a crazy situation because
That's crazy.
I
But what if
remember
what
I
if
remember thinking like, damn, she,
uh,
you know, she cleaned herself up.
yeah,
She did the work, you know, and she's doing something better for herself. Not that it affects my life at all, but
right.
you know, I was just like, wow, you know, and then now it's over.
What if your indifference to her profound statement to you caused her to get back on the bottle and that's what led to it? What if
I don't think so
what if you
because
both saved and ended her life?
when I ran into her that day, she was with her fiance or
That
whoever
doesn't
she
matter.
was.
That doesn't matter.
So
When you run into that person, it's a profound effect. And for you to be like, you're like, Manny, you pretty much saved my life. And you were like, yeah, okay, cool. Cool story, bro.
I just looked at my phone and I just saw JJ.
What?
I looked at my phone and I backed out of the video
Uh-huh.
that was playing on Facebook, and the first thing that popped up was JJ kissing his wife. As you're telling me, oh, you know, there's emotions and stuff. No, no. But yeah, no, I don't think it was that serious.
No, probably not. But it'd be funny if it was, if not tragic. That's crazy. That now see what I'm saying? You shared a story. That's damn. Hot damn. But then you just proved my point that you should get back out there and give these life lessons to these women.
No,
And
no.
because all you have to do is reach critical mass. Critical mass of women where they'll start telling their friends to live, and then when they have daughters, they'll raise their daughters right. And you could probably change the dating game in an entire generation. We won't see it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe our offspring won't see it, but our offsprings might see it. You might find a middle ground
I
between a trad wife, a traditional
highly
wife,
doubt
and
it.
modern women. I'm not saying
I
modern women have to go away. I'm not saying traditional wives have to come back in full, but there is a balance between modern women and modern femininity and the traditional wife. You know what I'm saying? There is a balance, and you might be that key to reach the balance. You.
I don't think so.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you for tuning in. Thank
I
you for
disagree.
thank you for checking in with us for another special We Are Avoiding 100 episode, Last of the Nice Guys special podcast.
Follow us
Jason.
as we continue avoiding 100 more.
Who says that? Yeah. Oh God, please no, because these are train wrecks. I'm Jason. That's Manny, and thank you for your time.
The Last of the Nice Guys. Follow, like, and subscribe on Twitter and Instagram at Last Nice Guys, Facebook.com/Last Nice Guys, or email lastoftheniceguys@yahoo.com.